Again? I keep hearing these sounds at night. It really makes me nervous. I've tried sleeping through it, but it's just not working.
Unreal.
I think tonight I'm gonna have to go out and find out what it is. I'm just not finding anything. I mean, it could be rocks, it could be tree branches, or it could be something I haven't even thought of. Either way, I'm so much safer in my shelter. All right, good night.
Previously on The Wheel. 6 participants embarked on the most epic challenge of their lives.
It's one of the most badass things I've ever done in my life.
4 have already succumbed to the wheel.
I hate being wet and cold.
Kat.
My perspective on life has changed for the better.
Josh.
It's made me realize what's most important is family.
Sean.
We gotta take you out. I'm really glad I didn't give up.
And Lindsay.
I made a vow every time I feed myself, feed someone else.
Now, just 2 remain. Luke, a plumber with MacGyver-like skills.
I'm trying to make a small game trap.
Has been a relentless hunter through 4 zones.
I decided that spirit came in.
And it's paid off for better.
There's some meat on this guy. Wow.
And for worse.
I'm gonna pop these larvae in their mouth and eat them. That's not good at all.
He's also built sophisticated shelters.
I have shelter with heat.
A growing need as the rainy season turns vicious.
Wow.
Adam, an ultra-marathoner, has seen his faith rewarded at critical times.
I just found a crab. Ooh, the tree I was laying under has berries.
But extreme isolation has made him crack mentally.
I wish it didn't hurt so much.
And a recent catastrophe with his fishing net
It's done.
has left him with nothing more than a prayer.
I'm kind of hoping that the final zone doesn't really have any fish in it so that I don't feel like I'm missing out a ton.
With 16 days to go, including the longest and most intense final phase. Will either one be able to conquer?
All I want to do is go home.
The Wheel.
Today's the first sunny day in the tundra. It's rained every day since I got here. I haven't eaten anything in about 3 days. I think I'm losing a lot of weight. I feel a lot more thin than I normally do. I started the wheel in the rainforest at a pretty healthy weight. I had a lot of energy, but all my struggles through the wetlands, the bush plains, and especially in the mountains have really taken a toll on my body. I have these long stretches with nothing to eat, and so I don't have as much energy as I might like. It's definitely pushing me to the limit. I'm at the point right now that I think I'm completely out of body fat. It's making me very tired. Gotta stand up slowly, I get a little lightheaded. This is the point where my body is starting to break down. Muscle mass starting to get digested, brain function slows. It's a frightening situation to be in. It's going to make these last 16 days the toughest yet. If I don't find food, I'm not gonna make it. Time to try my luck fishing.
The tundra has provided terrible fishing to the 4 who have been here. None of them has caught a single fish.
It's moving pretty fast here, so it's gonna be too fast to use a net. So I guess I'm just gonna have to throw my fishing line and hook out in the water by hand. Not having a reel makes everything so much more difficult. It's so hard to get it out there. It either tangles or falls way short of where I need it to get to. I really don't want to get to the point where I have no energy at all to go and fish. The things will go downhill really, really fast. If I'm not careful, I could end up with some serious and potentially long-term health problems. This just isn't working. Can't cast with this thing. I need to improve my equipment a little bit, so I'm going to work on a casting piece. Give me a spool. Perfect. Should be able to peel the bark off that and shave it down a little bit and make a casting spool out of this. Wrap the line around here and it should spool off the end when I cast, and I can wrap it back up. So hopefully this works. I've never fished this way before, so this is going to be interesting. I'm going to put some brighter colors on here. And the heavier weight's going to help give it some distance. Boy, my stomach's really starting to growl. Oh, please, Lord, bless me with fish. In the Psalms, David is continually crying out to the Lord, saying, Lord, remember me. Lord, bless me. Don't forget me. Who stand by night in the house of the Lord? Lift up your hands, come bless the Lord. Oh, hey, oh. Ah, thank you, Lord. Look at that. Whenever I sing hymns, I catch a fish. That's amazing. Lots of meat on this guy. I mean, this is gonna be a decent meal. I'm gonna eat today.
The final beacon call. That was a short stay in the bush plane zone.
Sleeping bag, tarp, mosquito net.
I hope I have enough left in me to get through one more apparently really long zone. There's been a lot of difficulties on the wheel, lots of surprises, and if this final location is as tough as the others, I might need some real divine intervention.
Beacon went off. Time to move. It's raining and I have to pack. 16 days in the final location, wherever that is. Wherever I end up. It's going to be a long next zone. I'm on the last phase coming up here, and I can't believe it. We have one zone left, and then I'm all done, and I get to go home. This zone was a tough one. I was able to catch a fish, but otherwise this zone really broke me down. So I'm going into this final zone in a very shaky state. Oof. It's hard when you don't have any energy to pick up your feet. I know that the final zone will last until day 60. And that's over 2 weeks away. I'm gonna have to really dig deep if I want to make it to the end.
With the final turn of the wheel, Luke and Adam prepare to enter Phase 6. With 16 days remaining, their physical and mental stamina will be put to the test. by the two toughest zones in the wheel. Luke is headed to Chiloé Island in southern Chile, an isolated outpost with harsh, rocky beaches and forested swamplands. Its brutal rain and freezing temperatures have already prompted two tapouts, Kat and Josh. Adam will be abandoned in the Andes Mountains of Patagonia, Argentina, where temperatures can reach 20 below, and mountain lions are a constant threat. Heavy snowstorms are also saturating the environment, which can accelerate hypothermia. Will either participant have what it takes to survive the final stage of the wheel?
Marooned on an island for 2 weeks. Expectations for the next zone were tropical, climate and stuff like that. This isn't exactly that. This is bad. So the tide's gonna come all the way up here. Yeah, I can eat this. I already find things to eat. I'm gonna have to go search out here and find stuff. I'm gonna have to keep up on my food. I've lost a lot of weight and I don't have fat reserves anymore. So I'm gonna really have to try to eat a lot here to make up for that. Wonder if there's anything in this guy. Nope, he's been picked through. Looks like you have to get here early. The birds come and pick through everything. My goal on a location is to find something that has an eastern exposure, to be protected pretty heavily from the south and the west. That seems to be where the wind is coming from.
Southern Chile lies in the westerly wind belt, which pushes weather west to east from the Pacific. Most of South America experiences the opposite, with weather moving east to west due to the southeast trade winds.
I think the weather is going to be a challenge here. It's very unpredictable coming off the Pacific Ocean. You just never quite know what you're going to experience. Being from the Midwest, I have almost no experience with the ocean. So this could really be a very tough and difficult zone. There's a lot I have to learn, and I have to do it quick. There's really only one thing that's keeping me going. I get to go home after this. That's always emotional for me, is to think about being able to go home. I'm excited for that.
Day 45. Hard to believe that it's day 45. For the first time on the wheel, I know how long I'm going to be in a zone. It looks like the weather here is going to be a big challenge. The clouds are pretty menacing. I hope it doesn't get too cold. Oh boy. Oh, snow. It's a little hard to trudge through right now, especially with my weak legs from 45 days of crappy eating. Got a storm brewing. This is intense, man. A thunderstorm, so we're speeding up here. Can't afford to get caught up here in this storm. If I don't make it down in time, I'm in big trouble.
Coming up, Luke's first experience with island food
There are just tons of mussels.
could be his last.
I don't know about these.
And
I'm gonna head on out to the river.
Adam's fortunes take a dire turn,
Oh, I dropped my fishing line.
leaving him on the brink of a breakdown.
I cry so much out here, it's crazy.
See who will fight through and make it to the end of the wheel.
The storm's looking pretty bad. I gotta get down this mountain. Not sure where to go. Jeez. Ooh. I'm gonna go down this path right here. See where it leads a little bit. This is looking good. This looks like the right way down. Well, that was interesting. Now I continue on, heading to look for where I'm gonna set up my shelter. Legs aren't moving too strong. I'm used to my body running through its reserves when I run ultra marathons, but when you're in a race like that, you have access to protein bars, electrolyte drinks, salt tablets, and everything you need to keep your body moving. Here it continues just to be a steady decline. So I need to try to refuel in any way that I can. Ooh, baby. Fish everywhere. Ooh. But catching fish will be a bit of a problem. In the last zone, I tore my net and decided to burn it. That might have been poor decision making on my part, possibly from being hungry. I'm not sure, I wasn't thinking that clearly. I probably still could have used the torn net in some way to make a trap, but I threw that chance away when I burned it. All I have now is a hook and a string, and so far I've had no luck catching a fish with that. I'm gonna find a spot to set up for my remaining time here on the wheel. I think this is good. I really hope it doesn't rain. This would be the worst zone to get wet in because it's so cold.
Pretty hungry this morning. It's been 48 hours since the last fish I caught in the tundra. I'm definitely hungry. Food is going to be a big priority today. I really want to be able to get some crabs. Should make a good crab spear. I need to find out where these crab are. There's something down here. Oh, never mind. No, there's not. This is just way out of my element. It's moving in the right direction. There we go. Pop that one off in one piece. Nice, there's a lot of meat in there actually. There are just tons of mussels all over the place. These oval things with a hole in the center.
Consuming wild shellfish carries the risk of paralytic shellfish poisoning. The toxins that cause this condition are not visible and are not destroyed by cooking. Victims can lose muscle control in their chest, which cuts off breathing and can be fatal in 2 hours.
Now I'm gonna boil these up so I can have some food in my stomach. Lots and lots of mussels. I had, at least 2 pounds or so worth of mussels and stuff. Oh yeah, this slide right out right now. Oh boy. I'm not quite sure about this. Man, I don't know about these. My body did not react very well.
Well, I think these were a big mistake.
Big reveal of the day. Today, ladies and gentlemen, is my 30th birthday. I'm torn to shreds and I can't spend it with my wife. Plan for today is pretty simple. I'm going to grab my fishing line, head on out to the river, and see what I can find. Just right over here. Oh. Uh-oh. Somewhere along the line, I dropped my fishing line out of my pocket. Well, I guess I have to retrace my steps. I'm starting to feel tired. Dang, man. Could be anywhere. Wow. You, sir, are an idiot. Yeah, I think this was it. Hopefully it fell out of my pocket, right next to my bag, and it's waiting for me back at camp. God sends signals to tell you that fishing is not a part of your plan.
Without a reliable food source, Adam's already weakened body will become more prone to injuries, hypothermia, and even depression, which can be caused by a simple deficiency in folic acid.
It's really frustrating. I'm so close to the end of the wheel. I hope I don't have to tap out because of such a ridiculous mistake.
Coming up,
So much for the sunny day.
the island smothers Luke
I gotta hurry up.
with a relentless downpour. And Adam gets worn to his breaking point
I'm cold, wet, starving.
by the ice-cold wrath of the mountains.
I don't know how much more of this I can take.
The mussels I've been getting off the rock, they didn't really make me sick, but they didn't sit with my stomach very well. That's really the only thing I've found to eat so far. This is definitely going to make things kind of miserable here. The weather changes here a lot. Last night it was really windy, and I thought maybe it might storm. I need to work as quickly as I can to build this shelter. I'm in the zone for another 12 days. If I don't stay dry, there's no way I'm going to make it to the end. It's going to be a nice little spot here because it's well protected from the wind and the rain that would come from the south and the west. So I like it. I'm going to use this Kila and build walls with it. Hopefully it's strong enough. Oh man, that weather's really moving in. I gotta speed this up. My plan is to pile these cut Keeley pieces in horizontally. I'm gonna have guides on each side all the way up. Starting to sprinkle a little bit. All right, all done. I kind of got hunkered down in here. Got things actually pretty well set up. Pretty well protected from that side. This side's pretty good. So this is where I'm gonna have to just ride this one out. But we'll see how long this one lasts. I have no idea what to expect here. Hopefully I get a break soon. Building this shelter has been exhausting, and I need to hunt for more food.
Things are really not good right now. I need to attempt to find food sources. God was telling me, Adam, your net got ripped before you got here. You lost the fishing line. You're not meant to fish here. I'm so fatigued, but I have to get up and find something to eat and keep myself in the game. I'm going to inspect every single tree and try to get some fruit in my system. Ooh, I feel obligated to check a couple of these trees over here. Dang, man, nothing. If I don't find food soon, I don't know what I'm gonna do. It's times like this that I think about quitting. But then I immediately think of Mark and his situation, dealing with brain cancer, and I know he's still fighting. I need to take a quick break. I believe through my faith that everything happens for a reason, and the plan will unfold exactly as it's supposed to. Because I think that all we can see as humans is what we can see in front of us. God sees the whole picture, so sometimes we get dealt a different hand. Mark didn't have a choice to say yes to stage 4 brain cancer. Mark, as long as you keep your faith, he will provide for you. According to his perfect plan, he will provide. I cry so much out here, it's crazy, dude. I can't give up now. I'm so close to conquering the wheel. I just need to concentrate on finding some food. That's lots of unexplored territory. Whoa, hold on. What's this? No way! Oh my goodness!
Looks like fruit.
What Adam has discovered is not actually a fruit, but an edible mushroom called Setaria espinosae. This gooey, gelatinous fungus has been shown to boost the immune system.
Oh, this is so good. Woo! This is pure providence. Finding this food tells me it's not quite time to leave yet. I still don't know when that will be, but it's definitely not today.
It's been raining here so much the past couple days. The sun is finally peeking out. My shelter is holding up pretty well, but I've barely had any breaks in this rain to find any food. I'm gonna go out and set up a fishing line. Can't catch fish without a line in the water. You gotta be kidding me right now. So much for the sunny day. Some clear sky over there, but the wind's coming from all the clouds over there. It doesn't look good for this afternoon. Probably get some more rain, but I gotta try catching some fish. I can barely stomach those mussels, and I have to find something else. I have this idea to set up this passive line where I can leave it out there and then I can stay in where it's nice and dry. All right, let's go set this thing up. This wind is really starting to pick up. I gotta hurry up. I went and set up a fishing line, and then I secured the end to a stump in the ground, and then also rigged up a flag system so that if a fish were to pull on it, it would pull the flag up and let me know that I have a fish. So hopefully that works. Whew, that wind is strong. It's going to be difficult because it has to be sensitive enough for a fish to pull it off, but not let the wind. Let's see. Shouldn't artificially go off, I don't think, but you just never know how strong the storm is really going to be. And I get to go back underneath my canopy and out of the wind, and I hope it doesn't turn into my own private hurricane here.
Bring me the berries. Where are the berries? Since I've ripped my net and lost my fishing line, I've just been living off the plant life I can find out here. There's some more of it. I've been noticing a lot of dandelions everywhere. Here we go. There's a nice one right there. The more I'm walking around, checking things out, the more I'm burning up energy and needing more fuel for that energy. So I'm going to try to conserve my energy for a little bit and hunker down here. Besides, it sounds like a storm is brewing and I do not want to get soaked in this weather. Wow. So my shelter is holding up fine so far. It's keeping me dry, which is the number one thing. And yeah, you can see I'm all mummified here. Got my sleeping bag overhead, ready to wait this thing out. It's quite a cold night. Wind's blowing pretty good tonight, and it's hard to keep the feet warm. I don't know how these next 5 nights are gonna go, but I just pray to God that they're as warm and calm and precipitation free as possible, because, you know, I don't know how much more of this I can take.
This is one of the hardest zones. The rain comes at you night and day, which is going to make this last week really long, since it's hard to stay busy.
Foraging, foraging, foraging. Feels like I've been foraging forever. I would do anything to have someone out here helping me. This is so tough.
My flag system isn't really working well at all. I've been able to find some shellfish, and the net's caught some tiny fish here and there, but I'm really tired of seafood. I gotta find some plants to eat.
I'm trying to stay sane any way I can. I know I'm so close to the end, but time is dragging really badly. I'm not sure how to handle it.
see how long this one lasts. I have no idea what to expect here. It feels like an eternity that I've been here. It feels so long ago that I started. It's Joey's birthday today. Little Peanut's gonna be 4 years old. Can't wait to see that guy. Give him a big hug. I took on this wheel to show my boys that no matter what difficulties they face in life, you never give up. I didn't let cancer stop me, and I want them to have faith that nothing can stop them. I'm so ready to go home that it's going to be a little hard to stick this one out, you know? Kind of feel, I don't know, a little emotionally vulnerable, I guess. It's just difficult being so close to the end but not there. I mean, I really, really, really want to go home.
Welcome to the morning of day 59. Well, the wind has been absolutely, completely absurd most of the night and this morning. By far the windiest night that I've been in the mountain zone, not even close. And it just ripped my tarp down, tore a hole in it. And now I'm going to cut the drawstring off of my sleeping bag holder and cut a new hole inside the tarp and then string that up over there so I don't get wet. There you have it. It's tied back up. I'm cold, wet, starving, and I can't even start a fire in this weather. So in terms of how many more nights I can handle like last night, Adam Kimball can't handle any more of those nights. Well, now it seems to be snowing. Check it out. I guess there won't be any foraging for food today. I really, really, really want to conquer the wheel, but if that gets ended early because of something like crazy weather, I hope that's not the case. I really, really hope that's not the case, but I feel like I'm going to get hypothermia.
People are susceptible to hypothermia at temperatures as high as 50 degrees. They're also more vulnerable when suffering from malnutrition.
I'm so close to the end. I just got to survive one night. One more night. It's 2 months. That's a long, long time to not communicate with your family and friends at all.
Sometimes out here you get so desperate for interaction. You're doing things that in the normal world people would find crazy.
This right here is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, and this is Rocky Balboa. They're just my pet rocks with names.
My little bird friend is back over there. Oh, I think I'm going to name him Harvey. Hi.
Flamingo selfie.
I was kind of thinking about, going nuts, having an imaginary friend.
I can't wait to get out of here and interact with another human being. I don't know how much longer I can stay out here. Got real chilly over the last couple of hours especially. I can't feel my nose anymore. My hands can barely function. I'm seriously thinking about hitting that button.
I can't sleep, even though I'm totally exhausted. We have to start heading home tomorrow. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait.
I can't wait. Can't wait. I'm ready to go home right now. I don't know if it's worth staying out here.
This is absurd torture. of day 60, and I get to go home. I can't believe it. I made it. After these trials, this torment, being hungry for days on end, making it to the end is just the most amazing feeling in the world. I'm so excited that I was able to last out here and survive on my own. Such an accomplishment. I defeated the wheel. I want to show my boys what it took to persevere, and that when you set your mind to something, you never, ever give up. I beat cancer, I beat the wheel, but it's not over until I get to hold my family. Day 60.
I just survived the most brutally cold night of my life. But I survived. I'm alive.
Yes. Yes. I can't even put into words how it feels to have conquered the wheel. All right, let's get out of here. This was hands down the most physically, emotionally, and mentally draining thing I've ever done in my life.
And making it to the end is the biggest victory I've ever had. And when I get home to see my wife,
There definitely will not be a happier man on planet Earth than Adam Kimball.
I don't know how my wife Karen's job interview went, so I don't know if I'm gonna go home to Illinois or a new home in California, but I'm about to find out. I've been playing this scene in my head for weeks, and to finally be living it is incredible. I am so blessed.
Oh my gosh.
The joy of my heart and soul being complete again overtook me, and I was holding my best friend, which I've been waiting to do for a really long time. Oh my gosh. Look at you. Let's go see our new home. Coming back to a new home in California is a little bit strange, but it's really exciting. It's kind of like changing zones in the wheel. But what the wheel has taught me over and over again is that God will take care of me if I trust and follow him. We can't control what life throws at us. All we can do is move in faith and give thanks for what we have.
So, you want to show them the house?
Yeah,
You want to show
go
them?
give me a tour. The fact that I'm here right now with my wife and my dog, appreciating every second of that, every single day, that is something that I will never take for granted again. When I had just finished the wheel, I had found out that Mark was in hospice. Things hadn't been going well, and so he passed away 2 days after I had finished up on the wheel. I made it to day 60, and I drew inspiration from Mark every single day through his fight against cancer. And Mark made it all the way to day 62, knowing that I was fighting for him as well. So the wheel did everything I could have asked for and more, and I'm eternally grateful for that.
Hey! I'm really excited to see my family. I can't wait. I've been waiting for this day for so long, and now I'm finally gonna be here, and I'm so excited I'm just gonna lose it.
We
wheel strips away everything that is in your life, and it boils things down, to like the brass tacks of what you have to have for survival. And when I had no comforts of home, when I had no food, when I had nothing else, I could care less about anything else in the entire world. I wanted my family. That's it. I've been thousands of miles away, and I'm so close now. I can't wait. Boys, I'm home. Hi, kiddos. Come here, boys. In that moment, when I was walking towards my wife and my kids, I knew that I was never going to be the same again. The wheel is a transformative experience. Yes, it's a physical journey, but it's also a spiritual one. I did it. Can you believe it?
I can't believe it.
All these different places that I went to, each was tough in their own way. It's similar to, how life is. You can either let it wear you down or it can bring you closer to God. My faith is so much stronger, and my love for my family is stronger, and I have the wheel to thank for that.